Today, we are diving into a challenge that, let's be honest, pretty much every big company runs into. How do you get to the super valuable financial data that's kind of locked away inside your main systems? It's a massive puzzle, and we're going to look at two really fascinating ways to solve it. Okay, so let's get right into it. At the core of most businesses, you've got these powerhouse systems called ERPs. Think Microsoft Dynamics 365, and they're absolute workhorses, right? They're amazing at handling all the day-to-day stuff, accounts payable, general ledger, all that. But the moment you ask them to do some really deep, sophisticated analysis, that's where things start to get tricky. And this creates some serious headaches. The built-in reporting tools, they're often just not flexible enough. Your data isn't all in one place. It's scattered across the ERP and probably a ton of different spreadsheets. Then you try to run a big, complex report, and it can literally grind the whole system to a halt, especially during something critical like a month-end close. And layered on top of all that, you need absolutely airtight security to make sure people only see the data they're supposed to. So what's the solution? Well, we're going to walk through two real-world approaches to this, and they come from two totally different schools of thought. You can think of it as the all-in-one unified platform versus the custom, build-it-yourself, specialized toolkit. And here they are, the blueprints for our two paths. Over on the left, you're looking at an architecture built completely inside the Microsoft Fabric world, a single integrated environment. And on the right, that's what we call a best-of-breed approach, where you combine top-tier services from different places, like AWS and Snowflake, to build a custom solution. So really, this is the fundamental choice, right? Do you go with a single, seamless platform like Microsoft Fabric, where all the pieces are designed to fit together perfectly? Or do you handpick what you think is the absolute best tool for each part of the job and build your very own custom data stack? All right, first things first, how do we even get the data out of Dynamics 365 to begin its journey to becoming useful analytics? So the unified platform path uses Microsoft's own tools like Fabric, Data Factory to build pipelines that pull data from Dynamics 365 and all those random Excel files and lands it all in one central spot called OneLake. The specialized toolkit, on the other hand, uses a tool called AWS Glue to pull the data out using a REST API and stages it in an Amazon S3 bucket. Different tools, same result. The raw data is out, and each method is just speaking the native language of its ecosystem. Now, here's what's really cool. They both follow the same core principle. Whether the data lands in OneLake or Amazon S3, both solutions create what we call a persistent staging layer. Basically, it's a perfect, untouched copy of the raw data. And why does that matter? Oh, it's absolutely crucial for traceability. If you ever get audited, you have a clean, perfect trail leading right back to the original source. Okay, so we've got the raw data, great, but you can't really do much with it yet. Now comes the fun part. We need to clean it, shape it, and model it into something that's actually useful for analysis. The Fabric approach uses this really popular method called the medallion architecture. Just think of it as refining the data in stages. The bronze layer, that's our raw, untouched data. Then, in the silver layer, it gets cleaned up, standardized, and business rules are applied. And finally, the gold layer. This is the beautiful, polished, aggregated data that's perfectly ready for reporting. The specialized toolkit takes a slightly different route. The raw data moves from Amazon S3 into what's called a raw schema inside of Snowflake. From there, it uses the incredible processing power of Snowflake itself to run complex transformations, turning that raw data into a pristine reporting schema for the finance team. And this is the key point. It doesn't matter if you use the medallion architecture or Snowflake transformations, the destination is exactly the same. The whole point is to build these incredibly powerful, optimized data models in a tool like Power BI. It's about standardizing your key metrics, letting you do complex analysis like comparing your budget to actuals, and ultimately giving your business users dashboards that are interactive and lightning fast. We've got our clean, analysis-ready data. Awesome. But now we have to tackle one of the most critical steps of all, making sure the right people see the right data and only the right data. Both of these solutions lean on this really powerful idea called row-level security, or RLS. Simply put, it's a filter that changes what data you see based on who you are. So a manager for one department can look at the exact same report as a manager from another department, but they will each only see the financial data for their own team. It's incredibly powerful. But what's really fascinating here is how they each implement that security. With the unified Fabric approach, everything is handled right inside of Power BI. It's one central place to manage all the rules. With a specialized toolkit, the security is layered. You have controls in Snowflake, and you have controls in Power BI. It sounds like a small difference, but architecturally, it's a really big deal. So what's the final score? You've got two different paths, two totally different architectures, but get this, they both led to fantastic results. Both companies were able to speed up their financial close process, cut down on manual work, and give their teams the power of secure, self-service BI. So, at the end of the day, it's clear there isn't a single best answer here. The choice is all about finding the right fit. Does your team live and breathe the Microsoft ecosystem? Then a unified platform like Fabric is probably a no-brainer. Are you already heavily invested in AWS and prefer picking specialized tools? Well, then the custom toolkit approach makes a ton of sense. It's all about your company's unique context. And this whole comparison really taps into a much bigger debate happening in the data world right now, leaving us with one last big question to think about. As all these data platforms keep getting more powerful, what's going to win out in the long run? Is it the elegant simplicity of the all-in-one, unified platform, or is it the flexible, customizable power of the specialized toolkit? That's the debate that's shaping the entire future of business intelligence.